Hi, I'm Senior Grandmaster Jimenez from Kajukenbo Live, coming out of South Lake Tahoe, California. Today I got a special guest all the way from Puerto Rico. I got Professor David Saltares on the line right
Hey,
now. Professor, you on the line?
yes, I'm here. Hi, everyone. This is Professor David Saltares
Uh,
from Puerto Rico.
all right. I'm
How you
glad that
doing?
I'm glad that we can have you on the line. And I know you said it's nice and warm over there, right?
Excuse me?
It's nice and hot over there.
Oh, yeah. This is in Puerto Rico. It's summer all year long, so
I know.
we don't get so many changes in the weather. Right now, it's rainy, but it's always hot here. It's good weather,
Yeah,
but it's not too hot like what's going on in the States. But it's summer all year long.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool. So, tell me about some of your Kajukenbo history.
Well, it all began with my father. Like since I was a little kid, since I can remember, I know to make the basic moves and basic punches and kicks, and then he used to train me, but not officially in the system. He was a Kajukenbo black belt,
Hmm.
specifically in our Kajukenbo subsystem, which is Kajukenbo. But officially in Kajukenbo, I started in 1988, and
Hmm.
I was 10 years old. Um, when Grandmaster Donald Cromer came to Puerto Rico, it was in 1988. So I started in traditional Kajukenbo under him. Um, and I was a kid, and my sister, my brother, and I were enrolled by my father. He wanted us to learn the traditional way, the original method, right?
Yes.
Even though we received training in the subsystem that my dad helped to create, right, so to speak. And then while I trained with Grandmaster Cromer, I simultaneously kept training. His name was Agustin Saltares, Moreno, school teacher. And then I earned my purple white belt in traditional Kajukenbo, as many already know. After the white, back in the day, came the purple, right?
Purple
So
white.
I got the purple white. There was a purple belt with the white stripe,
Yeah.
like a white cube.
I remember those. I remember those.
So I got to my purple belt, and 1991, and then in 1980, that was 1988, 1990. So Cromer had to leave, right?
Hmm.
And he left the island. So I started training under my uncle again, and but now I started training in our sub style, which is Kajukenbo.
Yeah.
So it's a now I'll explain later what the style is.
Sure.
But I started from white again. So 1991 I started with my uncle, and and I trained until I got my yellow belt with him. That was my father's brother. But later on, and he closed the school, and then my dad took over, and we affiliated with my dad affiliated with other castles in the International Kajukenbo Association. I don't
Hmm.
know if you remember about that association back in the day, but my dad affiliated with under the Cascos, and we continued training, and then in 1992 I earned my orange belt under my dad, of course. Then on April 1993 I earned my green belt, and then I got my purple belt again, because in our subsystem, um, the purple belt is advanced. It's not a beginner's belt. It comes
Okay.
right before the brown belt. So I got my purple again, and then finally in in February. Then I got my brown belt in 1994. And then finally I got my black belt on August 22nd, 1994. So back in the day, I was still 17. So I got a junior black belt. So I was so frustrated because I was training so hard. And then everybody else, my brother got the black belt, and one of my chiefs now is Sifu Jerry, right? He's fifth right now. Yeah. But he got the black belt, and then I was stuck with the junior black belt. It was a black belt with the white stripe in the middle. Some people call it the skunk belt. I don't like that.
They call it a what?
But it was so frustrating, and I was so upset with that. It was like, Dad, come on, why didn't you give me a junior black belt? You promoted me to black belt already. So I was upset. But it was destiny because it teach me to be humble and wait.
Sure.
Now after he's gone, then now I'm being the head of the organization, and I was the only one who got that junior black belt. So everyone that was above me in rank, so to speak, now they train under me. Yeah. I kept going, and we all we went separate ways, but I continued. And then when people came back, I was already in a higher degree. Mm-hmm. So that was 1994, and in 1995, I got my first degree black belt. 1995, and those were validated with the signatures of Kajukenbo founder Adriano Emperado. I still have my certificate. Yeah. They're signed by Senior Grandmaster Dichi and Sifu Bill Owens. Yeah. We used to train on the gym, and the Casco signature is also there.
Oh, that's good. Nice signatures on there.
Yeah, and well, in 1997, then I opened my own Kajukenbo school, right? It's in the same place I live today. It's the urbanization Vista Sur in the town of Rincon, Puerto Rico. So I opened my school in 1997. Oh. And it was called Saltares Karate Studios, was right up in the town of Rincon. Uh-huh. So on November in that same year, 1997, I got my second degree black belt. And also, Bill Owens and other Casco signature was already there. And of course, my father's signature.
Yes.
So then in 1998, I held a national karate tournament in the town of Aguadilla, Puerto Rico, with the help of my father. I remember it was called the Summer Fever Challenge. So we set up this tournament. I had this crazy idea. And I remember my dad being, back in the day, so negative because, it was a big deal. And I was so young. It was like, I think we're not going to be able to do this. Because we need to get insurance for so many people back in the day. In 1987. Nobody wanted to insure a karate tournament, Yeah. But my mom, she found an insurance company that was willing to cover our event. So we did it, and we did all that. We did all that just to bring Sifu Bill Owens and Grandmaster Dacascos here to Puerto Rico. Yeah. So we could get the funds to bring them here. We were so excited about that. So it was a success, and we could bring them here. And they gave us seminars. They're all over YouTube. There's some old videos on YouTube of those seminars here in Puerto Rico. They're not good quality though, but they're out there somewhere.
At least you have them out there.
Yeah, we have lots of good memories. During all those years, we used to compete a lot, and lots of fighting and forms and weapon competition. And we built a name for ourselves, and of course with our father. Yes. But we here in Puerto Rico back in the day, Kajukenbo did not participate a lot in open tournaments. They were more dedicated to self-defense, right? An art of street fighting, right?
Yeah.
But we started with our subsystem to put the name of Kajukenbo out there. And I remember we used to go to tournaments and people would ask, what is that? What's Kajukenbo? And we would explain what it was. And you know, eventually everybody knew what Kajukenbo was all about, right? So on November in 1998, on November, I earned my third degree black belt. That was in 1998.
Mm-hmm.
And I continued to teach in my school until 2003. And at that year, my father ended all affiliations with the International Kajukenbo and with Sifuao and Owens. And then I closed the school in 2003 to join the Rincon Police Department. So I was a police officer in my town for 6 years.
Wow.
So I joined the police in 2003, and I worked there and for 6 years, and in 2007, then I joined the U.S. Department of Homeland Security until present day. So right now I work for the U.S. Department of Homeland Security in the Aguadilla, Puerto Rico airport. So then, so I continue training by myself and in my home and with my brother, and we kept training. Occasionally we went to tournaments and competed, and also we did lots of gigs. So we were training. I also worked with the Department of Education. They used to give classes after hours for kids, and they were looking for physical education teachers for after school hours. So I would do karate classes for the Department of Education. But that was before I became a police officer.
How'd you like being a police officer in Puerto Rico?
Yeah. So in 2000, excuse me, I'm sorry.
I said, how did you like being a police officer in Puerto Rico?
Oh yeah, the job. I love the job, but the pay is very bad here in Puerto Rico. It's very bad. The pay. Oh. I'm not going to discuss how much, but the pay is very bad for police officers here in Puerto Rico, and the benefits. So while I love to be a police officer, I had a better opportunity with the federal government, and thank God that I got in 2007 until present day. I can't complain. I don't make tons of money, but it's a great job, and I've been doing it for 14 years now.
Oh, that's good.
14 years. So, back in 2012, I decided to start competing and fighting again, and my brother and I started competing in forms. So my dad was still alive. So that's where we were promoted without ceremony to 4th degree. But the certificates were signed in 2012. Afterwards, after my dad died, we did a ceremony with some friends of my dad that are high ranks in other styles of Kempo, and also with my dad's brother. And then we did the ceremony, and from 2014 we started wearing the belt. But the promotion was official in 2012. So that's when we got the 4th degree. Oh. After that, I started a group in 2015. I started to teach again officially, and I started a small group in my house, in the driveway. Yeah. So, and then I met Grandmaster Greg Laguera. That was in 2015. So. I remember I saw a video on Facebook of you fighting in a tournament.
Yeah.
And I think it was that year, that same year, in 2015 or 2014.
Yeah.
Then I saw this old guy that looked like a Japanese old master, and he was fighting old school, like fight-weight position, and the front hand to the bottom and the back hand right to his face, and he would attack with the back fist, and I was like, damn, this old man, he can move, and he moves just the way my dad used to do it.
Yeah.
And, and I started commenting the video, and I also saw you, and you were kicking some butt too in the tournament. Man, you got a fast back fist, bro.
Yeah, thanks. Well,
that backhand fist of yours is very fast.
Yeah, that's what the guy told me when the guy fought. He told me after, he says, man, I never been hit that fast. I didn't even see it coming.
Man, it's very fast, and your timing it's really good. Well, I've seen it, and you time it so well.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to move that much. You just extend your arm.
Yeah.
And the face is already there.
Yeah.
I was laughing here. I was like, how can this guy do it so easily? Because you're a big guy, right? You're a big guy.
I'm 285 pounds.
You hit it with such ease. It's the experience, right? Don't you think?
The what?
Your experience.
Well, yeah, you know what it is. I used to tell my students, because sometimes they would tell me, they go, "How in the hell did you know I was going to do this? How in the hell did you do that?" I tell them it's like a chess. It's like a chess. This is the way I do it. It's like a chess game. I already figured out my first two moves I'm going to do before I do my first one. And that's what I got in my head. It's like a chess match, and I already know what I'm going to do. And that day they got me to fight. I'll be honest with you. It was they got me. Greg's the one that got me out. 23 years. I had already retired 23 years before that. And he called me up.
Oh,
he's like, I want you to fight in this Grandmaster division. And I was up here in Tahoe, and I couldn't get nobody to train with, because everybody I called, they're all, no, we can't spar with you. I guess I thought I was gonna hurt him or something. I'm like, we can just kind of work out a little bit. No. So then I said, what the hell with this? So I kind of made a joke out of it, like in the hot tub every day, doing a video, I didn't train. And people don't know that. That day, I had to drive from Lake Tahoe to the Bay Area, which took me like 4 hours, because I had to go to a funeral.
Right.
I had to go to a funeral, and I had to carry carry the casket. And I did that, and then I shot straight out to Tracy, because he called me up. He goes, waiting for you. So I shot to Tracy to the tournament, and I changed my clothes, and I took my suit off, and I put my uniform on. I walked right out there, and you seen the video.
So that tournament, I don't know if it was the same tournament, but those fights that I saw of Grandmaster Greg, and of you, remind me of the old days, and remind me of my dad and of the people who used to fight my dad. The Kempo people here, Okinawa Kempo, the sideways stance with one hand up and then the front hand down, and then from there they threw the back fist. So that was the same technique that the Grandmaster Greg was using. And another thing that I like is that there's many Grandmasters out there, and I know most of them, most of Grandmasters, they have their health conditions, right?
Sure.
But in spite of that, there are some Grandmasters out there that, even though I don't want to say that their best times are behind, but as you get old, older, you cannot move as fast, or maybe you can do the things that you could do before. But at least they're active, and I admire that.
Yeah.
In all Grandmasters, there's many young Grandmasters out there that just sit in a chair for pictures.
You know what?
So that thing from you guys, and that's why I admire you. I admire Grandmaster Greg. They keep active. I admire Grandmaster Kinji. God bless him. He keeps himself active, teaching in his school, and that's great, because you get out there and do something, and you don't know who you're gonna inspire.
Oh, of course,
you're
100% right.
People look up to those red belts.
Yeah.
They still look up to those red belts. I look up to those red belts.
Yeah.
And so I started commenting, and then he contacted me. Crazy Dragon Greg.
Yeah.
Master Greg. He was like, I want you guys to train under me. Yeah. And I was like, is this the one, Because I had no interest. I had already built a name for myself. I was content. where I was, you know.
Yeah.
Which is my mission is to continue my dad's work. That's it. Right now, and then but we established a good friendship, and then we brought Grandmaster to Puerto Rico, and he texted us. My when I say us, my brother and I, we received a hard test from him.
Yeah.
In the town of Rincon, Puerto Rico, and then we got promoted to fifth.
Yeah.
So after that, you know, the rest is history, you know. And then in 2018, that was wait, I have the facts wrong here. Yeah, the fifth degree was until 2016.
Yeah.
And did you come to that? No, you came to for the sixth. So that was on 2018.
Yeah.
And then we met you afterwards.
Yeah.
So we were training with La Guerra like 2 years, and then we met you.
Yeah.
And then we affiliated with you guys, not officially, but since you and Greg started the Worldwide Kajukenbo Association of America, I was still under Greg with the Crazy Dragons and the Kajukenbo Nation, right?
Yes.
But you became one of our grandmasters.
Oh, thank
so
you.
That's when we flew you here.
Yeah.
You came with Grandmaster La Guerra and Sidney Lopez.
Yeah.
So in 2018 was where I got promoted by you guys. Being the promoting grandmaster, of course, Greg La Guerra and you and Sidney Lopez too.
Yeah.
And you came and promoted the memory of my father to ninth degree.
Got that picture.
And that was awesome of you guys to do that. And you know, we appreciate that a lot because I felt bad because my dad, when he died, he was a fifth, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't want to get promoted to a higher rank that what he had. Oh, it's raining hard here right now.
How is it?
I don't know if you can hear the rain, but it's raining.
Wow.
So I was like, if he gets promoted first, then I have a clear conscience to continue going up in the ranks. So
you have to keep his legacy going too, and which you and your brother and stuff. Let me tell you something like that. I told you this before. I would love to have boys like you. I mean, you've made your dad proud. I can tell you right now, and I'm not just pulling your leg or bullshitting you. You know, for what I've seen, I go, you've made your dad really proud. I mean, he's probably got a big smile on his face.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that, and I appreciate that, and I know that you guys don't judge a book by its cover. You gotten to know me personally. And you've done your research really good, and we have nothing to hide. No, we're open books, and then you see our activity every day out there, social media. We just train, we just keep our father's name alive, and we're faithful to the system, right, and to our dad, and now to you guys, and you're our grandmasters, okay, and well. To continue with my history in Kajukenbo, to wrap it up, now this year, in January, we were promoted, and when I say we, I repeat, my brother and I, we were promoted to a degree, red belt with the black trim, by Grandmaster Greg, of course, and with your approval and your signature.
Sure.
So you were our promoting grandmasters, were you guys, and we affiliated officially with the Worldwide Kajukenbo Association of America that you direct.
Yes.
And it's an honor for us, and we appreciate that you have deposited your trust on us, and we are glad to represent you guys
Well,
Because
it's an honor to have you
every time we
guys.
do something here, we represent you guys.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's an honor to have you guys because, like I said, we do our research, and there's so many people that want to be under us, and most of them I just kind of just say no, or I just don't really talk to them anymore because they don't have the background you guys got, or they don't have the loyalty you guys have, So, that's where that goes on
So
that.
long story short, my history in Kajukenbo is over 33-year-old, and it's not like I was training in another Kempo style, and then I came to Kajukenbo, which is it's good, right? It's good. I mean, it's great.
Mm-hmm.
But when I say 33 years in Kajukenbo, it's 33 years in the system, not in martial arts.
Yeah.
If I would have trained some other style before, well, I wouldn't count it as 33 years in Kajukenbo. So I haven't changed. I do like Taekwondo. I love Taekwondo. I would like to learn someday, maybe become a black belt there and earn my way up to the ranks.
Well,
But,
how old are you now?
I am proud to.
How old are you now? How old are you?
I'm going to be 43 in August.
Yeah, you're still young. Yeah. You got a lot of time.
Yeah, so I really admire Taekwondo, even though I'm not getting in any younger. But, I take pride in saying that I've been in the system, way before many professors or maybe even grandmasters that have come to Kajukenbo, from other styles, which is all great. It's great because it's a mixed martial art. So it's good, but I take pride in that, I take pride in that, and, I think it's great for me and for our legacy.
So tell me what. Go on. Go ahead and finish. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. You can continue. So okay. that will answer your first question.
Cool. So what's your plans for the remaining part of 2021 with Kajukenbo School?
Okay. For the remaining, to bring you guys here.
Well,
bring you guys here and share with us, and so you can come to the island and come meet my students and see my family.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Continue training. Maybe get some more students. I don't know, because right now I have something so private. So it's a family thing.
Oh yeah.
But yes, for the remaining of the year, I'm just looking forward to bring you and Grandmaster Greg and August to Puerto Rico.
Oh, I'm really looking forward to it. I miss seeing you guys, and I miss the Puerto Rico. It's really nice over there. I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what did your father like on his contributions to the making of your system for the Kajukenbo in general?
Yeah. So, what was the contribution? What was who was my father and what contribution to the Kajukenbo?
Yes.
Well, his main contribution to the Kajukenbo is our Kajukenbo subsystem. Mm-hmm. So our Kajukenbo subsystem is called Kajukenbo. All right. Mm-hmm. It's a subsystem created in 1975 by my father, Grandmaster Saltares Moreno. Along with his brother and his Kajukenbo teacher, Luis Hernandez Ramos, who had already learned from senior Grandmaster George Jackson, who was responsible of bringing Kajukenbo, traditional Kajukenbo, to Puerto Rico in the 60s.
Yeah.
So it's a style that combines the disciplines of Kajukenbo, Shaolin Sukempo, and the traditional martial art Karate Goju Ryu. So its name was created combining the names of the martial arts, which make up the structure and the techniques executed with the subsystem, is where the Ju represents judo, the Ka represents karate, Kung represents kung fu, and Kempo is the way of the fist. So it's basically Kajukenbo, right?
Yeah.
Mixed with other styles, and why it was created back in 1975. It was in an effort to avoid political conflicts in relations to the practice of and teaching of Kajukenbo. that Joe Jackson brought to Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
So they created it to evolve and do a new improved, so to speak, Kajukenbo sub-style, right? So
Yes.
it's a subsystem. But although it's a subsystem, we practice all the 14 forms and most of the techniques of the Emperado method, right? So basically, his contribution to Kajukenbo was to the creation and the development of a Kajukenbo substyle, which was already approved. That's what Tito wanted, you know.
Sure.
He wanted Kajukenbo to evolve. It's considered already a subsystem, and you know, my dad made friends and with Emperado back in the day, and we got, thanks to him, we got the recognition in the Kajukenbo world as true Kajukenbo practitioners.
Good.
That's why the Kajukenbo world knows us, you know, as legit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you've seen out there the quality of the Kajukenbo that we teach and we show, and his contribution to Kajukenbo was that, and to us, you know, it was a great legacy. Right now, all my family, my wife, my son, my nephew, my brother, my sister, my nieces, they all train in the system.
That's so cool.
And that's something that money cannot buy, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are so lucky. You know,
it made us better human beings.
Mm-hmm.
And it taught us respect and self-discipline. Mm-hmm. And you know, now we know how to defend ourselves, and we keep this memory alive.
Well, it's a way of life too. So we got a couple more questions. So let me ask you this. So if you could change anything about the martial arts, the way it's run today, what would it be?
If I could change the martial arts in general or Kajukenbo?
Either one.
Okay, so if I could change anything about the way martial arts are run today, you know, it's good to have it as a business, but you have to keep it real, you know.
Yeah.
And that's too many fake martial arts out there, you know.
100%.
And you know, like I would change that, but it is what it is. It's more not like back in the day. Right now, it's more like a business. So too many high ranks over there out there. Well, not specifically in Kajukenbo, but in every style.
Well, see, that's what happened with that now, because there's so much money in teaching martial arts. What happened? Everybody, we call it sold out. They sell themselves out. You know, they don't train hard like they used to because they don't want to lose students, because that student's paying $150 a month. You know, over here, and you know, so they kind of sell out. You know, I mean, if you trained like the way your dad trained you guys years ago, you wouldn't have half the students. You know, and I watched you train your guys, and you guys train hard. I mean, and I like seeing that. You know, that because it's like watching old school.
Yeah, we like to keep it as real as it gets. We don't have a business. Maybe in the future, but you know, here in Puerto Rico, it's very difficult to live out of the martial arts. Maybe in the States, it's possible. Yeah. Here, it's very hard. Very few have been able to do it. And you know, the average monthly pay for martial arts classes here in Puerto Rico, it's from $30 to $50. And you believe that a month?
Wow.
A month.
It's like 160.
It doesn't go more than a $60 fee a month, and you know, who's gonna live out of that? You gotta have many students, and if you want to have a school here, you gotta bring everything with it. You gotta bring your cardio, kickboxing. You gotta do your CrossFit. You gotta do this and that. So maybe with karate here in Puerto Rico, it's almost impossible to make a living just doing that.
Yeah.
So
I understand that.
I wouldn't say all, but most of the schools here, you know, they have it because they like it, but they have another job, you know.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, I know in California. I know in California, it's like $160 and up per student. And I think,
Oh wow.
yeah, and I'm like, oh, when I had my studio for all those years, the most I charged was 75 a month, and that was at the very end. And now they're getting 160, $200 a month per child. I mean, you do the math. You get 100 students. There's at $200. That's 20 grand a month. So that's why they're making so much money. But that's over here.
Money, yeah.
That's over here because I've talked to different countries, and the same thing you're saying. They pay $20, $30 because they can't afford it, if that.
Yeah. So nowadays, and not in most schools, but in many schools, the main goal is to lose money. And everybody got to make money, right? So
yeah,
it's kind of a dilemma, right?
Sure.
Because I am not in the situation that I need it for. Yeah, I need to make a living out of it. Mm-hmm. But still, even though you might need to make a living out of it, you're gonna go out there and fool people just for a rent, so you can get money,
Yeah.
And teach whatever,
Yeah.
You gotta keep it real. So if something I could change, which is maybe not possible, it would be that so many schools that it's just business. And I had a glimpse of that when I was younger. Like I would travel to the States. I'm not gonna mention the state, right? So we would visit schools and we would see some classes, and I was like, what are they doing? And I would see kids with high ranks and they didn't know how to kick and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, it's easier here. It's easier. So because we didn't have the access to the information, that we have now.
Yeah. Well,
when I was younger.
Let me tell you a story. Up here in Lake Tahoe, there was only one studio up here.
Yeah.
And he teaches full contact and stuff. At the time, my stepson, he was only like 10, 11. He got this free month they gave him at this karate studio. So I took him over there, and I went in there, and it's, it was a big building and all that stuff. And I'm watching the class, and within 2 minutes of the class, I'm going, oh my God. I go, this is actually a karate class. The teacher would raise their hand up, and this is what the teacher would tell the class. Okay, today,
oh my God.
Here you go. Well, you guys want to do zombies, kill the zombie, or ninja fighting? And of course, they're all kill the zombie, so that one kid's a zombie, running around the mat, and the other kids are on their knees chasing them. That was the class. And I go, you've got to be kidding me. And they're paying him $160 a month to play ninja and kill the zombie. And it was pathetic.
Mm-hmm.
Pathetic. I'm not used to that. I just walked out. I said, I can't be part of this.
Yeah, so, well, at least in my competing days here in Puerto Rico, it was very hard. Because there's good karate going on here in Puerto Rico for years. 4 years. It's very rare. I mean, it was almost impossible to find a school where people wouldn't train hard, and still is. There's very, very good karate practitioners here. Mm-hmm. And back in the day in the tournaments, it was not as flashy. Yeah. But it was hard, it was hard.
Oh, yeah. In our day,
it was supposed to be. Yeah. It was supposed to be like contact, but you know how it is with the black belt division, right?
Yeah.
If you can't take a punch, you're the one who get disqualified. Not you wouldn't get disqualified because you hit hard your opponent. You would get disqualified if you cannot continue fighting.
Well, let me
I have no complaints of the Puerto Rican martial arts here.
Well, let me tell you,
the practitioners here are very good.
Let me tell you this one story. But this is my first time fighting, and I fought hard all going up. But my first tournament fighting black belt division, I went from brown to black, and my first tournament, right? And there was about 40 of us lined up to fight, right? And so, I'm on one end, and this guy named Don Davis, which was a veteran black belt, he was on the other end. Well, we just dwindled these 40 people down and it came down to me and him for first and second place. And I remember this was my first turn playing black belt. And then I remember it was like tied up 2-2. Next point wins. And I did a total rookie move. I did like an outside crescent kick. He just leaned back and pow, he cracked and broke all my ribs on one side. I was just all plop on the ground. I rolled. And I remember Vargas, Senior Grandmaster Vargas, he just walked by and he goes, "So, how do you like the black belt division now?" And I'm going, my ribs all cracked,
We're talking about 70s or the 80s?
The 70s.
Oh my God.
And I mean that's how hard they used to hit back then. And the funny thing was, I'm watching him, fight too, and he's laying everybody out. And like I said, it was just a total rookie move. You do outside crescent kick. I did an outside crescent kick to go over his head. All he did was just lean back, and he just wound it up, and pow, boy, he just drilled me. So I took second, he took first, and I came home with a broken rib.
But don't get me wrong. I'm open to evolution and progress.
Yeah.
I admire every single part of the martial arts, even if it's competition or full contact or self-defense. As long as it's teached properly and well and hard, it does. It's great for me. It's good. Even sport karate is great. I love it. And I admire it, and I don't criticize it. It's good. As long as what you teach is real and you give it 100%, that you keep it honest, Just don't go out there, open a school, and then say, "Oh well, I gotta pay for my house, so let me do a test and give
exactly.
Give some, because I need to pay whatever." So you gotta be. You can be a businessman. You can be a martial artist. You can be both, but just don't be a businessman. Pretend to be a martial artist,
of course,
or a teacher.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you the last question because we're running out of little time here. In the next 10 years, what would Professor Davis Alientes be doing?
Well, hopefully I will be retired, and I want to dedicate fully to teaching my father's Kajukenbo subsystem, and I see myself with many students. I see myself traveling in the world, visiting like you guys do now, and I envision myself doing more and for the martial arts, and just enjoy it because I love teaching, I love practicing, I love the martial arts, I love Kajukenbo. But right now I need to work. I cannot live out of it. But my dream would be to have a school and just dedicate myself to that, which right now is impossible. I might be able to open it, but I can't quit my job.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course not.
So in 10 years, God help me, I'll be retired and I'll fully dedicate myself to the martial arts. And, in 10 years, keep training with you guys, under you guys, and many more visits.
Hopefully, if I'm still around,
Maybe go visit you guys. Maybe go visit you guys.
When you come, I'll fly you and your brother up to Tahoe, and you guys can stay, here. We're going to get you a hotel in the casino, and you can visit the lake. Well, I'll tell you right now, this lake in the deep of August is freezing cold, So, I mean, just let you know. We will visit you when it's warm. That lake's never warm, so, and you'll never see my ass on that lake.
In a couple of more years, we'll go there, and then we can pick up Greg, and we'll go somewhere.
Yeah.
And we can talk, and we can see. Cool. You can show me around. I'll show you my island, and then you can show me
my mountains.
Your part of
my
the
mountains,
state. Yeah.
Okay,
well... all right.
Well, I appreciate you being part of our interview today.
All right.
And I can't wait to come visit you in August. And if you have any last thing to say, go ahead. I'll give you the floor is yours for a minute.
Well, thanks for having me on your podcast and your Kajukenbo Live. And we'll see you here on August. We appreciate you guys, and when I say you guys, I mean Grandmaster Greg and you, and we wish you the best with the WWKAA. And I can't wait to receive my patches. We can wear them. For you. And thank you for having me. God bless everyone. Keep training hard, and if you guys train Kajukenbo, do it the hard way, all right? Or don't do it at all, okay?
Okay, thank you. I'm Senior Grandmaster Jimenez. This is Kajukenbo Live, come from South Lake Tahoe. You'll see this interview. It'll take about 10 hours to download, so tomorrow it'll be up. Please watch it, look at it, subscribe to it. It's going to be a great interview, and I'm sure you'll like it. And I want to thank you, Professor, for being our guest. Until next time,
You're welcome.
Senior Grandmaster Jimenez. Thank you.
Thank you so much.